So we'll get to your reading here and see the messages that are coming in at the start. But what I'm literally picking on here, guys, is something connected to the year itself, year number one. Okay. For some of you, whatever it's happening in your life here, it's that energy when you are at the peak of something here. And the minute you realize this, the better it gets. Okay. I'm getting something connected to the royal curse. Okay. This is the curse that you get based on your royal ancestors that you carry. Okay. So year number one is connected more to your royal ancestors here. So they are more active and available to you at the start. So it is that time a lot will be revealed as far as you are concerned and your royal ancestors are concerned here, guys. Okay. For some of you, this is that year when you have to break whatever curses connected to your royal ancestors here, guys. Okay. So before we get to a reading here, royal curse is something that looks more like you being born in a royal family, okay? But your bloodline is somewhat tainted. Okay. So how you will see this is more like there is no movement. It is that type of bloodline that is has lost their stand in the community or rather the authority itself. Okay. So the case, it can be that one of your family members that is of royal have somewhat committed more of a spiritual crime, more like killing one of their own that is more of authority. Okay, it can be taking a life of someone that is in charge so that you become in power, something like that. So this alone taints the bloodline. So you know how people can literally do things because of their own greed without them realizing the kind of damage that they are literally doing to the bloodline. So it's more like you tainting your bloodline altogether so that there is no moving forward. So whatever that you are literally doing to or trying to attain won't necessarily even come to pass because this is you more like tainting your bloodline. So your bloodline in general loses their own stand in the community, their own stand of authority here. Okay. So such lineages, you might see them having difficulty in appointing a new leader, or this is what they do all the time. They argue, they fight. That's all that they do, but nothing literally happens. Nobody actually ascend the chair, okay, because it is something that is more tainted. So this is something that needs what? Cleansing energetically. Okay. So this is another topic for another day, okay? Because there is a sense of process that literally go around that topic alone, as in like the cleansing of the chair itself, so that they can literally appoint a particular leader, okay? Something like that, okay? For some, it comes more like you being born in a family that you don't necessarily know, you don't necessarily understand, more like an orphan type of energy. So you are born, but you don't know who your father, who your mother is. You are being raised by the people that you don't necessarily know. This is more like symbolic, as in like your own spirit guides have been doing this over and over again and failing because of the enemy. All right. So now you come in more like someone who's more like chosen like that, all right? So that you clear the karma that comes with what? That particular bloodline, all right? It can be that bloodline has a lot more of access to the spirit team or something like that. So you become more like a new blood that will cleanse that tainted blood in that sense, in some way, shape, or form, okay? Something like that. So that's why your identity is somewhat being hidden so that people don't necessarily know. They take you more like a nobody. And this works in your favor because you come more like a commoner, whereas you are someone this magnificent that people don't necessarily understand, okay? Something like that. So this comes more like your protection so that you can carry the mission forward, okay? Something like that. So a lot gets revealed to you spiritually as you grow. And for what it's worth, it can be that they will literally come and tell you, this is who you are. These are your bloodline. These are your people. These are the people that will come through your dream state. You will be shown your the type of people that you relate with, regardless of your standing. Okay, this will tell you, as in like your real self, you come from so and so. So here you are just here to come and fix whatever that is. Okay, something like that. All right, something like that. It's more like a, I don't know how to explain this. Okay, but it's more like you were chosen energetically before you were born. This is more like an agreement that you have agreed on in spirit, okay? So that you take on the mission and more like revive a particular bloodline. And how you will see this, it's more like in everything that this family has to do, they have to go through you. They have to ask you. If they don't, things don't necessarily work, because you are the key to their kingdom. You are the key to their bloodline. They don't have access, okay? Something like that. And because of this, they won't like you for that, because they know from their hearts of hearts that they have to go through you for them to get things done. And this is something that they hate. Why? Because of the energy that they carry, that energy of royalty. Okay, they don't necessarily like to conform. Okay, something like that. And for the fact that they have to come to you, ask for this, or a validation of some sort, that's something that they won't necessarily like. And this can literally work against them because of the ego. Okay, something like that. Like already, did I emphasize or not? So these type of energies, they revolve around the energy of Leo. Okay, so Leo becomes more like a challenge in their lives. Okay, because Leo is the throne, Leo is the chair. It represents royalty, and also the karmic debt that comes with your bloodline, something like that. Okay, so Leo becomes more like a challenge. This is something that they are here to overcome. All right, yet it is not connected in that sense. All right, it's more like a center of a challenge. So the zodiac signs that are more common to have this type of karma are the cardinal signs, the signs that are more of leadership, that are here to lead. Okay, these are your Capricorn energy, the Aries energy, the Cancer energy, and the Libra. Okay, so those that are born under that sign of those that I have mentioned, or they have more of a rising sign or more of the north node. It's more like your karma revolves around royalty like that, the royal bloodline like that. This is something that you have to overcome. And the first step to do this is to overcome your shadow self, of which is that ego. Because the more you operate with the ego, the more difficult it will be for you. It's more like you facing a lion one-on-one here, okay, of which is something that is more difficult like that. All right, something like that. And this is something that you have to overcome here. All right, something like that. So for some of you, those are some of the signs that you can foretell that you are going through more of a royal case of some sort here, guys. Okay, yeah. So it can be also those type of royalties that are somewhat written off. So there's a lot that you can literally hear about them, more like their history somewhat being deleted in a way. So these are more like those type of royal ancestors that have been betrayed in a sense, like their power is somewhat being used by a particular royalty, and you may find that that particular royalty is somewhat standing strong, okay, the most powerful, okay, something like that. It can be that some of those royal leaders have taken the power that comes with that particular royalty, so they have combined more of the power. So more like you come out more like a person who will be here to bring whatever that is that belongs to your bloodline. Something like that here, guys. Okay? Yeah, something like that. So we'll dive in here and see the messages that are coming in. For the most part, you might see more like 1010, 111. Okay, so if you see more of 1111 or 111, it's more like your own spirit guides have been doing this for the longer time. And this is the dead end. Something like that here. I'm also getting the energy of the Seven of Wands. Okay, so it's like they want you this time to kind of like stand up for yourself, because by standing up for yourself, you stand up for them. Okay, something like that here, guys. All right, it's a sign that now it's time for you to step to the front. Something like that here, my collective here. So we'll dive in here and see who's coming in for you at this time here, guys. Okay, let's dive in and see Who's connecting with you as far as the energy that I'm picking on is concerned here? Okay. So we're having a water guardian. So for the most part, people who have this type of case, 1111, they have the support of the Nzunza energy for the most part. Okay. This is that type of energy that protects them, guide them. Okay. Especially if you come out more like an outcast, where your family don't necessarily like you, they don't understand you, etc., because of the karma that you carry. Okay, so then Zunza energy comes more like your supporter, your protector, something like that. That's why you come out more like as a water child. As a water child, you must know that you are an outcast. Okay, so you do things from the outside, and this is something that will literally help you to come in, okay, because now you come out more like an outsider. Okay, so you are here to rectify that. Okay, so such individuals, they connect more with the Neptune planet and more of that of um Uranus. Okay, here something like that. So you connect more with the element of water, or you are connected more with the energy of the mother goddess here, mother of the waters here. That's what I'm getting here with the water guardian here and the moon. The moon represents the mother, or you are a Cancer energy. It doesn't have to be here, guys. Okay, yeah, something like that. Like already I have emphasized, um sometimes it can be that you are Pisces, but you have a more like your rising sign is somewhat more of that of Capricorn, that of, okay, Cancer, that of Aries, etc. Okay, something like that. So at the bottom of the deck here, we're having the snake. Okay, we're having the snake. So this is that type of energy that I'm also picking up on at this time. So the drum is more like that type of a call that you are here to do. So it's more like now the drum is hitting hard. Okay, you need to listen at this time, because this is something that you can't necessarily ignore. Okay, this is something that you can't necessarily ignore. So there are energies that are somewhat connecting with you. For some of you, I'm also getting the energy of the feminine here. With this water guardian, I'm also getting the energy of your maternal side trying to help you in the situation here. So pay more attention, because this speaks more of your intuition. For you to get to the truth, as in like what's really happening as far as your life journey is concerned, you have to be in tune with your intuition. This speaks more of you being in tune with your intuition, your emotions here. Okay, this is more like you mastering your emotions here. How you feeling? That's the only way that you can literally overcome the challenges and be able to move forward as far as your life journey is concerned, because your emotions can literally come more like a stumbling block also. Okay, yeah, because you become more someone who's driven by your emotions. So this doesn't necessarily give you much access to understand your intuition exactly. Okay, because you are so emotional and all over the place like that, and you don't need that at this time. Okay, something like that. So let's dive to the water guardian here and see the messages that come to the water guardian. All right, so the water guardian is saying connect with your emotions. Take time to understand how you really feel. Know that your sensitivity is not a curse, okay, but a gift that allows you to receive and understand messages directly from your soul, okay? This is something that will speak more to the soul itself, what you need to know as far as your soul mission is concerned here, okay? Something like that. So the minute you become a master of your emotions here, this speaks more of emotional intelligence at that time here. So it's very vital. In fact, it's a must for you to master your emotions, okay? Become more emotionally intelligent like that. So the moon's energy is saying take notes of initiative messages. So for some of you, there could be some type of messages you are receiving at this time as far as your life journey is concerned. It's very important to pay heed at this time, okay? So the moon is saying use your intuition, practice discernment, see through illusion and blockages here, okay? Because sometimes what you see is not always what you get here, all right? the truth will literally come from within you, because for the most part, the things that we are literally looking for from the outside world, these are the things that literally resides within us for the most part. Yeah, something like that. And the minute you understand this, the better it gets for you. All right. So we're having the drum. The drum's energy is saying dream and journal. So the drum is saying journey inward to uncover insights and information that will be more important for your path. Okay. Then follow the guidance. It is that time when you have to trust yourself and no one else, because these type of journeys are more complex in a way that you can move from Cape to Cairo trying to find a healer that will heal you, whereas the healer resides within you. Okay, something like that. These type of people, you may find that they move from one place to another like that, and this brings more confusion than clarity, because the next person will pick up something. Whatever that they will pick is something out of the picture, something that you don't necessarily understand. And you'll be like, oh, is this person real now? That's why you may find that, no, is this person speaking to me anyway? Okay. They are picking something, those pieces of your soul that you don't even know about yourself, something like that. And you come up and be like, no, this person is lying. Okay. This person doesn't necessarily know what they are doing, something like that. Only to find that they are more tapped in to those parts of your souls that you have not even yet lived to experience or witness in that sense. Okay. So this is why you have to turn inward so that you see those parts that are more sacred or secretive like that. Okay. Yeah, you may find that you go to a particular person that is more spiritually awake like that. So they will pick your soul directly, not whom you perceive to be, not the mask that you are wearing, okay? The truth itself. So when they do that, it becomes more like a surprise to you. Isn't like, what are you talking about? Are you talking about me or my life or something like that? And they will also mention things that you don't necessarily know. It can be the same names that you have not even heard about. Okay, that's it. That the complicity that comes with the journey that, for some of you with the Amakosi energy carry. Okay, something like that. Especially if there is a lot of blockages, or rather more like a karmic debt that needs to be cleared, something like that. It becomes more like a fiasco, something that is more complex, that doesn't necessarily make sense, that can literally put you to a stop where you will literally be like, no, I'm enough, this is it, I'm done. Okay, something like that, something like that. So that's why more like most of your own sport guys have been doing it over and over again. This is something that they have been failing on. Okay, something like that for you, collective. So the extended message of the drum here is saying you are very connected to the other worlds at this time. The wisdom and intelligence of the earth and her magic surrounds you. The drum, of which echoes the sound of the mother's earth heartbeat, has cleared the cobwebs and dust from your inner vision. What you have seen in your dreams and inner vision is not imagination but guidance, okay? Particularly if it has been occurring to you repeatedly and has the potential to become a reality. Dreams do come true. Know this and live it, okay? Something like that. So for some of you, it can be that a lot is being revealed to you. Okay. So never allow your doubts to cloud your judgment here. The intuition is very important at this time, because this is something that is at the heart. So a lot of water energy that is here, guys. Okay. So for the most part, it's more like for some of you, could be maybe I'm speaking to your water child. Okay. Something like that. So let's dive in here and see what the cards has to say as far as the energy that is here is concerned for you, collective. Okay, Spirit, can you speak more as far as the energy that is here is concerned? The Six of Wands. You know, there's a lot going on with this card. because this card speaks more of recognition here, you being recognized, and it also speaks more of a public recognition or something like that. So for some of you, this also speaks of if you come to that particular bloodline that is somewhat erased in a way. It's something that is more resurrecting at this time or something like that here. Or maybe a lot will be revealed to you here. Something about the fire horse. Maybe you were born during that year. You know that year is more, you know, it's those that are born under the fire horse, they are considered more like a bad omen. Okay, so you come up as someone who brings bad luck in the bloodline, or else it's vice versa. You are here to clear that shenanigans around them, something like that. But they see you more like a curse or a bad omen here. Okay, so it's like they see their reflection through you, something like that. So that's why you come more like someone who faces more challenges, especially at the young age. Okay, because of that. That's what I'm getting here with the Six of Wands. More like maybe you are, or you were born in that year, fire horse year. Okay, something like that. And maybe that's something that you have to look into for some of you here, the horse. Okay, because this is fire element here, the Six of Wands. Or you could be a Libra energy. Number 6 is also connected to Libra. All right. Also remember, number 6 is also a karmic number. Yeah, it comes more like a karmic number that brings more challenges in your life, more like karmic debts that you have to clear before recognition, before you step into the Ace of Pentacles here. Okay, there's a lot of challenges that comes with that before you reach here, something like that. Okay, that's the fire element that is coming in first. Okay, so let's see, Spirit can speak more as far as the energy that is here is concerned. Yeah, the Nine of Swords. Okay, the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords symbolizes more of a hardship of some sort, more like something that is also tormenting you. It can be in your sleep or something like that, or it brings more of a sense of restlessness as far as you are concerned here. Okay, the Nine of Swords. Okay, maybe it's because of the things that you see, because it falls under the moon. It can be because of what is being revealed, and you'll be like, what is this that is being revealed to me in a way? Okay, something like that. It can be anything connected to your paternal side, your father's side, for some of you here. Yeah, your ancestors, your lineage, your bloodline, something like that here. What was hidden is somewhat coming out, something like that with the death card. This is Pluto energy. Anything connected to the underworld, something that has been stripped down. Okay, as in like this is something that we are bearing for forever, something of that sort. 66 more like something that has been perhaps tormenting you as a child. Always remember that you can't necessarily choose who you are. You can't necessarily choose your family, as in like how you are born or something like that in this lifetime, something like that. Okay, but in the moment between, you get to choose who you are. Okay, by creating your own path in that sense. All right, yeah, something like that. This is not a good energy that I'm getting, but more like a hated child of some sort, more like the black sheep type of energy. Okay, and what else, you are this person who brings more luck to them, something like that. Another moon. Okay, another moon coming in here. Okay, the unseen, the unseen. So you are more like a mystery like that. Okay, but now it's more like this is something that is somewhat coming to an end here, guys. Okay, this is something that is somewhat being uplifted at this time. It's something that is being uplifted for your highest good. Yeah, so you are moving forward here. There's a sense of clarity. For some of you, I'm also getting those that have mistreated you mainly because of they thought, they misjudged you, they mistreated you. um Moreover, it's like they will live to regret whatever this is. They will live to regret their actions towards you. Something like that here. With the Chariot at the heart, it's more like it's time for you now to move forward here. And for what is worth, for some of these people, it's more like the truth is somewhat being revealed about your reality, who you are, or something like that. Okay. You know, when you come up more like someone who's being blamed for everything that is going wrong in the family, like that, without doing anything, like that. Whereas you happen to be a solution, something like that. For some of you, it can be that this Nine of Swords represent the people of your bloodline, your lineage here. Okay. Maybe they are in this position here because now they know that you are literally the solution to the problem here, not necessarily the problem itself. Okay. Something like that. Because maybe something has been given to you here. You are their rite of passage, something like that. They can have everything. They can have the house. They can have the home. They can have everything, but they don't necessarily have the key. You do have the key. That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm also getting the energy of Cancer. So for some of you, it could be a Cancer energy, living far away from your home or something like that, living alone somewhere or something like that here with the Knight of Wands. This is a departure. This is you going, being somewhere more like someone who left their homestead, something like that. For some of you, you come up more like that type of energy here. Okay, yeah, something like that. So let's see the influence for you, collective. Either they have been making more of a search, it can be more of divination or something like that, and you come up more in whatever this is. Like you are being picked on by the diviners, that there is something missing in your bloodline, there is something that is missing in your family. Okay, something like that with this, the pages of the page of swords here. Okay, so either they are in search of you for some of you here or something like that. Okay, or they are simply keeping tabs on you or something like that here. Okay, so let's see another influence. The sun, the truth. The sun is more like the truth being revealed. Okay, because the moon speaks more of the unseen, the sun speaks of reality, the sun speaks of something that you can literally witness and see. So they know. It's more like if they did not know your stand or your position, now they know. Something like that here. Okay, something like that. For some of you, it can be some of your family members here. They know this. Okay, and it's sting maybe because of how they treated you in some way. All right, or how they saw you as more like a problem. Okay, and after you left, it's more like them now facing more problems. It's like they fighting themselves now. It's more like a war zone now, them fighting against each other like that. Okay, because what they used to gather or get along with, is in like of which it was you, now you are no longer there. Now it's more like reality check for them. Okay, something like that. So they fight amongst each other like that, because you were more like someone who brought everything in space or everything together. um I don't know how to put this. More like someone who made things stand still like that, more like the cornerstone. So you become more like you appear more like a cornerstone of the bloodline, the family itself, something like that here. Something like that here for you, collective here. Okay, so let's see more messages for you here. Spirit, can you speak more as far as the energy that is here for my collective is concerned? Can you speak more for my collective? Okay, Spirit, speak. So, having sustenance and also concentration. Okay, so there's a need for you to concentrate on whatever that is being revealed to you in spirit. This will be more like a blueprint that is being sent towards you in this lifetime. Okay, something like that. This is what will sustain you moving forward. Okay, because now you will have clarity. Now you will have clarity. So let's see. Delight, and this will definitely bring in more happiness into your life, something like that. Something to do with your child would experience here. So the childlike expression is more like this will heal your inner child. The Sun with the Six of Cups, this speaks more of your inner child that was somewhat robbed off of you, that was somewhat taken away from you, something like that. And perhaps this is something that you will heal away from. For some of you, I'm also getting the energy of your father. It can be that particular father that abandoned you, but this is something that was destined, okay? Whether even if they were, maybe they appeared good or something like that. If it's something that is written in your destiny, it is. And it's something that they can't necessarily work against, okay? They had to be absent. If something is written, it's written, okay? Something like that here, okay? So now you are getting empowered here. This is your solar plexus chakra. Okay, it connects more with the that of the crown. Okay, this gives you that energy to take action here. Something like that here. So you are being encouraged to be that energy. Okay, never fear to take action as far as your life journey is concerned, or fix whatever that needs to be fixed. Okay, so moreover, what needs to be done will be revealed to you at this time, and whatever this is will bring what harmony in your life here. Okay, harmony in your life, because this is the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. So this is more like the feminine and the masculine energy coming in together into balance here. Okay, something like that. Always remember that the sacral chakra gives you the energy to create. Okay, and the solar plexus give you the energy to implement. All right, something like that. So as you listen to the messages that comes with your own spirit guides, you are not only getting the messages for you to just sit with the information and do nothing. So that's why the solar plexus, this is when you have to take action to what has been revealed. What are you going to do with the information, etc. here, guys, okay? Yeah, something like that, because things don't necessarily fix themselves by themselves, okay? Yeah, something like that for you here, guys, okay? So let's get your overall energy here. Let's get the overall energy here and see the higher forces that are supporting you at this time. Spirit, what's the overall energy for my collective? What type of entity is connecting with my collective at this time as their source of support or protection in that sense? So we're having holy amethyst. Holy amethyst here is saying divine alchemy. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. So this gives you the right to let go and let God, okay? Irregardless of what happens. Sometimes the memories can also be a stumbling block, okay? When you think about how people treated you, when you think about all these things, and you be like, let them stay there that way because of what you have experienced, because of what they have treated you. Whereas this is not something that you have to focus on, okay? You must move beyond drama, okay? Yeah, that's what alchemy is all about here, okay? Hey, you move beyond drama because you're not alone. You know that you're not only doing this for yourself here. This is something that you are literally doing for your bloodline here. You bring things into balance like that. Your bloodline, we're having your ancestors. For some of you, your ancestors are supporting you at this time here. A white feather could be specific for some of you here. Okay, so the white eagle is the ancestor spirit. So your spirit team are together because this is something that you have healed. This is something that you have, of which it took time. Sometimes when you do something and you be like, I have reached a finish line where things are now clear, okay? Now you have cleared something that has brought your own spirit guides together here. And because of this now, it's more like they have your back at this time for you to take those big steps that you need to take. That's why the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, okay, you balance all these two. The information that you get, the information that you have, the knowledge that you carry, along with action, courage, strength. That is your solar plexus. Okay. The solar plexus is the masculine. This could be your father side, and the feminine. This could be your maternal. It doesn't have to be, but it speaks more of the yin and the yang. Okay. So I'm also getting the energy of your Kundalini energy. Okay. Something like that here. So your ancestor spirit here is saying connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed at this time. Action. That's what you need. Because at the top, we're having Archangel Michael here. Archangel Michael is saying, trusting heaven. Okay? You are safe. Angels stand close. Okay, I can see clearer. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Let your fears, your shortcomings, whatever this is, slide this time. Okay? How people have treated you, how they saw you as a stumbling block, how they have called you names, that doesn't matter anymore. This is something that you have to wipe it off in a rag under the bridge so that you are able to move forward. This can come more like a stumbling block to you, even. Okay. So Holy Amethyst is saying move beyond current challenges here. Focus on what you desire. So you are ready to move beyond energies or situations that are no longer helpful to you and make space in your life for something more purposeful. You may feel a real need for clearing out, not just mentally or emotionally, but physically too. There is a sense that you are moving beyond challenges and forging golden opportunities from stagnant or unhappy experiences. It's important to recognize that you are like a magician at this time with the ability to use your thoughts, will, and action to bring about life fulfilling and dream enhancing opportunities. It's important to focus on what you desire and not what you fear, because what you give your energy to will literally begin to flourish. Call on Holy Amethyst to help you focus on golden opportunities. So you can take this more like your golden opportunity, however you perceive this, okay? So Archangel Michael is saying, you are safe, angels are close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Your your angel team is with you now. You are not in this alone. You may be feeling sensitive or rather overwhelmed. You might feel sensitive or overwhelmed, but your angels are inviting you to take a step back so that you can come in and share their light of miracles. You may feel that your prayers aren't heard, but that's not the truth. But the doubt that blocks solutions from entering your life. Know that Archangel Michael and his legion of angels are here to help you clear anything that is not serving you so that you can allow in the miracle of changes that you deserve. So Archangel Michael doesn't necessarily come alone. He comes with a pack of those angels that comes with him. When you know, you know. Okay? So your overall is your ancestors' spirit. Okay? The ancestor spirit. So let's check the ancestral spirit here and see the message that comes with that. Okay? Let me do this collective. So the ancestor spirit is saying a family wound or pattern can be healed now. Take some time to honor just how far you have come. Recognize or recognizing through ceremony and ritual the shifts in your awareness. Healing and journey really allows you to move into a state of grace and gratitude. you have or have recently had an opportunity to heal an old family wound or pattern. It's important to connect with your family in spirit so that you can set a new energy of love in place. White Eagle is bringing you ancestors through to you and allows you to know that they are happy and well. Okay? He is surrounding his sakat drums to clear your spirit. So your spirit team are happy. They are bringing more of their love and support to you at this time. Always remember, when you do something good or something great, it is not just for that. So this is that time when you have to open or be open to the good energy that is somewhat now entering your life, because the worst is over. Okay, the worst is over. This is more like a new chapter that you are opening at this time here. Whatever this is will bring what? Support, peace, harmony, okay? And everything that is good into your life. I feel like this is your overall energy here, guys, okay? I really hope it does resonate with some of you and is somewhat helpful to some of you. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new. And as a comeback, guys, as always, you are appreciated here. Gang, gang from me. Until then, you take care. Bye.